All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics, and I had to do this video. First, I want to apologize for having to shut off the other video so promptly. I got a phone call. My truck is in the shop, and they were calling me to let me know what needed to be repaired. So I had to go to get money out of the bank because they wanted $700 for the repair. So that was interesting right there, but hey, you know, it is what it is. At least I'll have a working vehicle. But I got to show this because I came home to an envelope, and when I got this, I'm looking, I'm like, what did I order? It's like, I don't know what this is because it was just not your typical envelope, and when you see this, this doesn't surprise me with eBay. So I get this in my mailbox. Look at the size of this envelope. Notice that nice little bend here? So I'm like, I didn't order anything. What is this? So I pull this out, and an eBay seller with no backing board puts it in an envelope the size of the comic. No backing board, no cardboard. The comic itself does not even have a backing board. Charged me $7 for shipping. And as you can see, the comic is destroyed. This is a one per store variant, sketch variant, the Jack Kirby cover. Which, by the way, they had the nerve to charge me taxes on. But, are you kidding me? I mean, look at this. You want to talk about ultimately a lazy seller? Now, I know some people will say things, and I want to take a positive spin out of this. A lot of people will say, oh, that's why I don't use eBay. Well, here's the thing. I will be getting my money back because this did not arrive in the way that I purchased it, and this is not protection. So the seller is ultimately responsible for making sure an item that you purchase arrives in the same condition as when you purchased it. They failed to do that basically by being cheap and lazy because they charged me, I think it was $6 and change, but almost $7 to ship. This is a 35-cent mailer. This probably cost them $3 to mail, if even that. So I'm not going to call the person out because I just don't believe in hate kind of thing. But the comic is ruined, and this is what I talk about when people say things like, oh, do you know the print run of a comic? It really doesn't matter about the print run because, see this? Now this will never get a 9.8 because even if you press this out, it's going to have, it's a color break right here in the corner. This comic, see all the wrinkles in the back? That's the comic. There is no backing board. So all of that is now permanently wrinkled, which means this now will never get a 9.8, even if it was one, because it's ruined. And though this is still considered in the print run, it devalued the book. So yeah, I am going to get it returned, and that's why I tell people, don't be discouraged about eBay. Sometimes you're going to get sellers that just don't care. I mean, like I said, this is the envelope they put in. I didn't even think this was a comic because, as you could see, the envelope completely is the same exact size as the comic book. So I'm going to be returning it in the very envelope they sent it to me in, but I will get my money back. But this is the thing I tell people about eBay. eBay has a very good buyer protection program. And this seller, who knows what they'll say? They could rant and rave. They could say no refunds. They could say, oh, I put it in proper protection. It's the seller's job to make sure a product gets sent to you in the same shape it was when you bought it. Because the seller was either lazy or didn't know or didn't care, does not absolve them from being responsible. So that's why I say put in the extra effort. Now, I made the mistake of not messaging them. But still, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to tell somebody how to properly secure an envelope, you know, a comic book. This is definitely not it. No cardboard or nothing. So, in a way, I'm kind of happy because, I mean, they had the nerve to charge me tax. This is a non-taxable item. It's reading material. They're not supposed to charge you tax on eBay. On a business, that's different because they have a sales tax. But they're not supposed to charge tax. So, in a way, I'm almost glad that they did this stupid thing. But I just wanted to show you about how some people are just careless, but don't let it distract you from ordering on eBay, because I'll get my money back, and I have another one of these, so I guess here's a quick unboxing of a video that I will be showing you, hopefully from a seller who will send the comic the right way. So now instead of 2 of these, I'll only own 1. But the other one's cheaper anyway, so hey, they did me a favor by being lazy. So I just wanted to show this because, I mean, I've had envelopes before, but I've never had one where I didn't even know it was a comic. I was trying to think of, did I purchase something that I don't remember? Because I was like, there's no way this is one of my comics, because everybody, at least in a mailer, gets the big size mailers. I've even had oversized mailers, so this is a first. But that was ridiculous. And anyway, I didn't have time to do a surprise subscriber shout-out before. Sorry about that. Like I said, my auto shop called. I owe them $700 to get the car fixed. You know, that's money I could have spent on comics, but hey, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to do 2 surprise subscriber shout-outs on this one to make up for the other video. So we're going to do Harvey Abel, you're 1. And we're going to scroll up a little bit. Marcus, you're the other. So you guys both get the surprise subscriber shout out. So sorry about having to run off before, but I had to get to the bank before it closed because I need to get the money to get the car fixed. You know, and as you can see, yeah, $700 is a lot of money, especially when you don't have millions of dollars. So that did affect my ability to buy some comics. But you don't see me upset. It's just part of life. At least I'll have a working vehicle, and if it only costs me $700, that's a lot better than spending $25,000 on a new car. So try and see things in a more positive light. And that's why, even though as bad as this is, I want people to know there's always a silver lining, because I will get my money back. But again, when people talk about print runs, here's one that will be in the print run, but who's going to want it now? So this person was foolish to send it that way, thinking, oh, I'll save money, because they probably sent them like this many a time and got away with it. Well, now they're going to get their money back, and they're going to get, well, I'm going to get my money back, and they're going to get now a damaged comic that they're not going to be able to sell for the same price they could have, especially since I've seen these going on eBay for about half of what I paid for it. So that's why I said, even in a way, I'm very glad they decided to do this silly thing. But it goes to show that there are people out there that just either don't know, or they don't care, or they're trying to be cheap, thinking, well, I got away with it before, then I can get away with it again. It only takes that one time. Like I tell people, it's like playing Russian roulette. If you don't know what Russian roulette is, it's a game where they have a gun with 6 chambers, and they only put 1 bullet in the chamber. And they spin it, and you put it to your head and pull the trigger. Now, please, nobody do this stupid game, because that's what it is, stupid, and it's not a game. Now, you could pull the trigger 5 times and not get shot. It's the one time that you find the bullet that turns everything bad. So, learn from this eBay sellers, or anybody that sells or trades on eBay. Put extra care in your packaging. Do it the right way. Because they might have thought, oh, I charged this guy $7 for shipping. I only paid $2.89 to ship it. Ha ha on them. Now they're getting their comic back, which will not sell for what they wanted it for. And they had to give the money back. There's an old saying that says, he who laughs last laughs best. So don't let this discourage you. 99% of my comics that you see, especially all these deals on the key issues, come from eBay. Every now and then you're going to get this. But for every one like this, I get 100 that are not like this. So I'll get my money back. It's not going to distract me or deter me from ordering from eBay again. I will definitely never use that seller again. But let this be a lesson to people. Sometimes it happens. Life is too short and too precious to ruin your life over something like this. It is sad, it is disappointing, but it isn't the end of the world. So think in a more positive light. And one more thing I want to share. I called the PGX company while I was waiting online at the bank, because, you know, might as well do something with my free time while I'm waiting for the long line of people to get their money out. I talked to Daniel Patterson, gave him the feedback. He wanted to make sure he let everybody know that the greatest notes that you saw in the back of that is not the final end result. That was something where they just had to come up with something for my comics to get it out there. It was a last-minute thing. So they wanted to let you know that they did listen to the feedback. They want to actually focus more on fans. And this isn't official yet. But they actually told me, PGX said they might want to give me the ability to do a contest. Now, I suggested once a month for the PGX unboxings. Whether they do that or not, I mean, that might be a little too much. But they might be doing a PGX graded comic giveaway. Now, they have to think about it. They haven't told me what it is. They haven't confirmed it yet. So this is in the beginning stages. So anyone that's subscribed to my channel, if they do this, PGX is actually going to give me the ability to have one of my subscribers be randomly picked to win a free PGX graded comic. I think that's amazing. They really want to go the route of trying to listen to the fan base, to the comic book community, and they want you to see that, yes, there are mistakes in the past, but they are listening. And to me, that's what we all wish we can have from all companies. So I want to personally thank Daniel Patterson for listening to me. He wants to work with me. He wants to listen to what you guys say. So he actually did watch the PGX unboxing video. And as far as he said he might even actually leave a comment. I won't say who he is, and I actually don't even know if it's a different name. Even if it was, I won't say it because I don't feel like having anybody send any hate. But he listened to the feedback, and they are going to improve on the greatest notes on the back, but he wanted to make sure that you all knew that he was listening. So I think that's great information. So anyway, thank you for listening to my videos. Thank you for listening to my rants. I know my comic channel is going to be different from most, but maybe that's why some people like it. And again, sometimes you're going to get this in the mail. Don't let that be a discourage. But to anybody that's selling, this is what not to do. Don't do that. So thanks for listening. Have a great day, and I'll see you next video. Peace out, everybody.